What is the sum of the smallest and largest value y in 20x plus 11y is equal to 181? And note that x and y both have to be positive integers. Let's get into the solution. So we have that 20x plus 11y is equal to 881. Now we don't want to simply plug in numbers and check to see if the equation is true. So instead, let's rearrange and let's solve for x. Now you'll see in a second why this is important. So x is equal to 881 minus 11y divided by 20. Now the division by 20 is really important to have because it tells us that this top fraction must be a perfect divisor of 12. Otherwise, x will not be an integer, and the question wants us to find integers. So next we'll notice that a number is divisible by 20 if it's divisible by 10, and if it's divisible by 2. Now, a number is divisible by 2 simply if it's even, but a number is divisible by 10 only if the last digit is 0. Now, we'll notice that this is some number minus 881. So, the only case under which 881 will have a last digit of 0 is if we subtract by 1. Now, we don't care what goes here. It can be like x1 or x2. We don't care about those digits. But all we need to do is that 11 times some number is going to have a last digit equal to 1. So now we'll notice that the only numbers which have this property are numbers that also end in 1 because it's multiplying by 11. So we'll make a table of values here. So we'll have 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, and 81. Now we'll stop here at 81 because you are permitted to use calculators during this test or this contest. So we'll quickly show that 81 times 11 is equal to 891. Now the product of 11 times some number has to be strictly less than 881. Otherwise, we get a negative number and we're only looking for positive integers. So we know that the largest number is going to have to be 71. And we can check that simply by doing 881 minus 71 times 11 is equal to 100, which is definitely a multiple of 20. So we get 71. Next, we'll check the lowest number. Now, the lowest number could be 1, but that will clearly result in 881 minus 11, which we can just show for the sake of 881 minus 11 divided by 20 gets a non-integer solution. So now we'll try 11, which is the next largest integer. 881 minus 11 times 11, and that's definitely divisible by 20. So the smallest solutions to this equation are the most positive integer solutions are 71 and 11. And now the question is asking us to add these two together, so we'll simply do 71 plus 11, which is equal to 82. And as you can see, what we did here is we didn't simply guess and check. We arranged the equation into something that's more useful, and then we checked from a finite set of solutions. And we also did that very logically by discluding numbers that were too large to fit into this equation. I hope you guys liked this video. Please let me know how you would solve this equation.